Let's see a graphic of the tabernacle. Let's see it to give you an idea. Let's see if I can with this visual aid. Sometimes these things help, but sometimes they do not. Look, the most holy place, as you can see there, is where the Ark of the Testimony was, that only God was there. Only God, and the priest would get in. Do you see the atrium? The atrium was where the priest was to shed the blood of the lamb, of the calf, of the bullock. And there all the sacrifices were made, blood shedding and sin offerings. After those sacrifices were offered in the atrium, the priest once a year, says it there that they are offered continually every year. Once a year he came to the place of the lava cross washings ceremonies. Next he was required to attend and participate in a sequence of rituals. Oh, and he had to wear underpants, put on fine linen underwear. Yes, not to sweat, because sweat is a symbol of works. Yes, well, see if God hates the works of the flesh that he was telling you from there. He said, clothe this blessed one with a silk so that he does not sweat. Because if he sweats when he goes there, he will die. So then what happens? He was here, and you see that veil, where it says the veil, that veil when Christ died. What happened? He says that the veil was torn from top to bottom. It was so thick that there were no scissors, no blinders, no drill. There was nothing to cut it because of how thick it was. And however, when Christ dies, it is broken from top to bottom. Do not think that someone went underneath and cut it off. It was from above, from top to bottom, it shattered. So what does that suggest? That from now on, this man used to enter once every year. He had to be tied up, because if he sweated or made a mistake there, who was going to look for him in the presence of the Lord? So that rope was just in case. Hello, and the little bells. Have you seen the priests who have little bells when they officiate? That is a symbol of that priest, that when he went in there, he needed the little bells. Because if the little bell stopped ringing, the blessed died. So we had to take him with a rope, look, and take him out of the most holy place. Bring him here to bury him because he was dying. It was necessary to look for a better priest because he failed. Perhaps he had put on cotton pants. He made a mistake. Now the priest could enter once a year. Now what was happening? The people were here in the atrium. The people were saying, oh, I hope he doesn't die and gets out of there, because if he gets out of there, prosperity is coming. And the people prospered. The animals were healed. The vegetation, everything. Well, the whole town prospered if the priest got out of there alive. If the priest came out alive, now watch what happens. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Look what happens. That he passed from the washing, crossed the veil, and entered there. Now when Christ dies, the veil is torn, implying what? Now he is not the priest. Now we all have a ticket there. And we do not die. We can now be in the very presence of God without sacrifices and without doing anything else.